Hi, this is the old info segment because it's important to understand some historical context to a country before throwing all your hate on it. Now, Iran is an old country, going all the way back to Paleolithic times, to many different empires, to the conquest of Persia, new dynasties, to the Reza Shah, the Iranian Revolution, its aftermath, and the present. We just happen to be focusing on the Iranian Revolution of 1979. The basics of it is this. It's the revolution that switched the monarchy under Mohammad Reza Shah to the Islamic Republic under Khomeini. The Reza Shah came into power after the previous Shah was thrown out after the CIA organized the coup. From then until the revolution, the new Shah ruled with the help of the United States. Iran wound up starting a series of economic, social, and administrative reforms to modernize the country. This became known as the Shah's White Revolution. This is also when things started going wrong. Since the Shah was focusing so heavily on pro-Western reforms, it alienated certain Islamic groups, mainly religious and political groups. The people were so upset they started protesting, and to deal with the protests, the Savak became more active, killing and torturing prisoners and others that disapproved of the Shah's ways. Not to mention there was a big difference between society at this point. People in support of the Shah were well off, and civilians that participated in protests were not. Those public demonstrations turned into civil resistance, and between August and December 1978 paralyzed the country. A common image being the setting ablaze of Western symbols. The Reza Shah was not very good in crisis situations. He didn't know how to respond at all for some odd reason. So he and his family were eventually exiled to Egypt, and Khomeini came back from his exile in France thanks to the Prime Minister. Of course, the country was in a time of post-revolutionary crisis. The economy was severely down, and parts of the government were flat out collapsed. Khomeini, not actually wanting to be president despite the civilians' approval, became supreme leader until his death in 1989. In that time, Velayat-e-Faqih, or guardianship of the jurist, was implemented and accepted.